Good morning, everyone. It is the best day of the week. It is Saturday. Yay. I'm glad it's Saturday. I feel like I get more done on Saturdays than any other day, even though it's not unlike any other day for me. I still have to work. There's just something about Saturdays that make you want to get stuff done around the house, I think. Good morning, Mr. Audioitis, Mr. TC, and Mr. Keep It Scale Stupid. Hope you gentlemen are doing well this morning. So, let's talk about knives. Last night, in my front pocket, I carried my Beyond EDC chunk, which I did a blade mod to. It just got some marks on it, but it's alright. Need to clean up this mirror polish on it a little bit. Still got some streaks on it. I wonder if alcohol would help. Alcohol always helps. But I had that in my front pocket. And it is probably my favorite mod that I've done on a knife. Not because it was anything hard or special, but because at the time I wasn't sure that I could do it. And it turned out much better than I expected. Let's see if alcohol helped that at all. Still got a few little smudges. I need to get a clean paper towel. Oh, see if that helps. Oh yeah, that brought it on out. Beautiful morning in Snakebite, Oklahoma. This knife has perfect action too, and that blade hole is just perfectly located for a regular thumb flick or reverse. And this knife is just a great size. It's called the chunk, and it is a little chunk, but it's very comfortable. Yeah, I definitely need to finish up the mirror polish on this thing, but I can do that whenever. But yeah, I had that in the front pocket, and then in the back pocket, I had the mini FSD, which still has just got superb action. I think we will try to tune it this morning, just a tad bit, because it's still having that tiniest bit of lock rock. So we'll see if we can get that adjusted out of it. It only happens when I open it certain ways, so I know it just needs just a little bit of help. But I love this thing so far. Carried it all day yesterday. And then in my back pocket in the left, I had my Vespa. Yay. I had a pretty boring night at work. What about you gentlemen? Did y'all have an exciting Friday night? Anything exciting happen? Get any knives yesterday? Yeah, that's about what, well, oh, it's, let's see what temperature is right here. It's 32 here.
Right now,
Whoa.
It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 60 degrees.
Wow, thank you. So there you hear it, straight out of the chick's mouth. It's gonna be 60 here today, but it's 32 at the moment. You watched a crazy movie, Mr. Paul? What movie was that? I haven't haven't seen any great movies recently. All right, let's see if we can tune this thing a little bit while we're waiting on people to get here, and y'all tell me what you did last night. Tell me what new knives you got. Oh yeah, I got one more knife to show y'all that I got yesterday. Super awesome knife. Yeah, Audioitis. I sent the link to the Links channel. I was hoping that you found what I put, because they had some Benchmades. I bought 4 sets myself, but they were 4 sets to knives that I don't currently own, so I had to buy the knives too. So the price we pay. Never heard of that. Oh, thank you, John. Welcome to the channel. Nothing new since Tuesday. So here's the other one that I got new yesterday. That is the Asher Knives. It's their new A-lock knife. And it came with the backspacer included, and I went ahead and installed the backspacer. So it didn't have one, but now it does. But it's the Asher with the super cool blade shape. And it's their new top liner lock, A-lock. Awesome knife. I love the weird blade shape. I love the little fuller. You can flick off of it very easily. I love the forward choil. Feels super good. When you choke up on it, that blade is a hollow grind and super slicey. I'm curious to see the measurements on it. I haven't measured it yet. But yeah, good morning, B Shady. I think this one was OEM'd by Petrified Fish, and it feels superb. I love my Asher knives. I like wire clips. A lot of you don't. But I decided to go with this blade shape instead of my normal drop point, just because it looks good on this knife. The top liner lock works well. You can see how much it engages with the blade. Well, you can see all the way down through there. And it drops out very nicely. So yeah, got that yesterday. I've got some out for delivery today. We'll try to do a little split screen action today. I have not done that, and that would keep me from getting in trouble sometimes when I can't see the chat. So let's see, what if I did this? What if I unlock that, slide this over? It won't let me because everything else is locked. Wow, that's weird. I didn't know that was the case. Why is it not letting me slide that over? Because I'm not on the right one. There we go. If I can slide that over to about halfway. 1080 be 940 would be the middle. I don't know, somewhere around there. And then bring up the Discord on the other one. Yeah, so what do y'all got coming in this weekend or this week? I'm supposed to get my milled cedars today. Alright, I had a picture of that. Why is it not showing up? Huh, why is the Discord not showing up now? There it is. Now I can unlock it and slide it over here. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm actually messing things up. So I need to rotate that one clockwise to decrease lockup engagement and counterclockwise to increase. I need to go counterclockwise. So let me go back to where I was. This makes no sense. I don't know why I did that. Now we're back. But these little pins right here are the adjustment pins on the lock. So I need to turn this one counterclockwise just a tiny bit. All right, and if you do want to do this yourself, you use a 1.3 millimeter hex. So I'm not going to do but like the tiniest bit. So I'm about right there. And I'm literally going to go to like right there. That's it. Done. I've adjusted it. Let's put it back together. See if that worked. The bearing is still in the other side of the scale, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Looks like that's back together. Yeah, I really like that Asher. That blade shape seems like it's going to be very slicey. All right. I love how this knife, you can snug the pivot right on up. Pretty dang tight, and it's still super smooth. All right. Knife is back together. Still closes. Has good centering. Still has some lock rock. Actually feels like it might have had more. Has more than it had before now. I'm pretty sure I read that correctly. But let's go read it again. It says, rotate clockwise to decrease lockup engagement and counterclockwise to increase lockup engagement. So it sounds like I needed to increase my lockup engagement, so I needed to go counterclockwise. But it didn't do anything. So that sucks. But I'm not going to sit here and work on my own knives on stream, so we'll get back to that later if we have time. It was hard not to carry this one yesterday, that's for sure. And Be Shady and TC, I did send a link that you gentlemen, well, BC won't be interested in it. He'll be interested in it, but he won't do anything with it. And that is this link right here to the OK Knives website for the Ace Nibbler for 22 bucks in titanium. Looks like the zombie version is also 22 bucks. And the lightning anode version is 35 bucks. So yeah, 22 bucks, no tax, no shipping. Go grab you one. The link is right here. I like the little zombie green one. I might add it to my cart. I do know what I am going to grab from here, and it's something I haven't gotten in a while, and that is a Demco. I'm going to go ahead and grab this new version of the MGAD 20S because it should be a big knife. I want to check it out. And it'll give me some titanium to work on. Yeah, that looks like a big boy. Oh, yes, sir. Keep it scale, stupid. Same place for that ZT. 24 bucks for that one I showed yesterday. So yeah, knives. I still haven't put my Zorn up. I've still got this Nuck laying around. Here's that ZT though. I also wanted to check this out and see if the lockup can be improved with making this be able to slide forward a little further. I don't actually know how I would test that. I think if I got the scales off, I should be able to push this up a little bit further. But I'm not positive about that. But I'm also not going to start working on that this morning, because that is boring. I've got to find spots for my Wii and my Zorn and my sleeper. I've got to put up my Vosteeds I had out, including this new one. And I got to put this up because I took it out yesterday and then put it up. No, I wish Alchemy 10 worked on there. I wish I was hooked up with the OK Knife guy. But I am not, sir. Factor knives. TC brought one up yesterday, doing a trade for Dixon. What do y'all think of Winter Blade Co? Does everybody here have a Winter Blade? Do only a few of us have Winter Blades? What do y'all think of the M-Fire? Why didn't the M-Fire take off more than it did? What do you think of the... What's the new one? There's a new one coming. Can't remember what it is either. What do y'all think of Winter Blade? And it really makes me mad that this feels worse. Way worse. Alright, I can't take it. If y'all aren't going to talk to me, I'm going to work on my own knives. Paul's the only one talking to me. Not many people here this morning. I guess everybody's sleeping in. That's cool. We'll still talk knives. I'm just going to do what I want since nobody's suggesting anything to do. And this is what I want to do. Pop this back off and try to fix this. I'm going back to where it was. And then I'm going to attempt. All right, so let's go back to the same exact place it was. So I was somewhere around this right there where we ended up. And where I started was about right there. All right. Now I'm going to reassemble and see if it's back to like it was before I started. This thing comes apart and goes together super quickly. Only got 2 screws. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of, is that new one with the crazy top button, top little lever thing. What is the number, or what is the name on that weird Audiolitis? Yeah, the brown locks, brown knives are the only ones that have that. So let's go check it out since you don't know about it. But if you type in brown lock, brown knives adjustment, there's a page called resources, and here's how you adjust the Cortex XL. So there's a detent pin and a lock pin, and it says rotate clockwise to increase detent and counterclockwise to decrease detent or eliminate any lash. And then on the lock pin, you rotate clockwise to decrease lockup engagement, counterclockwise to increase lockup engagement. So they have these pins. These are the ones on the mini FSD. The detent. So he put them on the side of the scales instead of in the middle of the blade. But it's just brownknives.com/pages/resources. But yeah, I can put it on there. So yeah, it's got these 2 pins that allow you to increase the detent or to increase the lockup. And basically what they do is they slide in a little channel, and they don't allow all right, it's better already. Let me go back to here. It does feel better. And if I get it just right, there's no play. I was showing y'all that light between there. I want to try just a tad bit the other direction. The detent still feels good. I guess I will try one more time and go the other direction and see if they got the wording wrong or if I'm just reading it wrong. And I could have sworn, and that picture came straight from him, the winter pudding guy, the one I showed earlier, because it looks different on the scales than in the blade. So normally with the brown ones, they put those holes in the blade and they put the pins in the blade, and then they take and dang it, where does this pin go? I guess it goes there. That's the first time that pin had fallen out. But on this one, he cut a hole in the blade or the channel. I don't know. Weird. A weird lock. But these two, so there's how much? They're the brown adjustment. So the set screws stick out the back of both of these little things, and they're flat back there, and that's what hits the back of those two channels as it swings around. So as this swings around, the back part that sticks out of the little set screw, so they both have little set screws in them. And so what you're doing is you're adjusting the set screw to let it stop. And now that makes sense that I need to let some out instead of putting. So I went right the first time. So it's supposed to go counterclockwise. I might not have gone enough. So y'all see about what angle I'm at, maybe 80 degrees. I'm going to go all the way from there, all the way down to like parallel with the scales. But see, I think that it's not even sticking out the back of that thing, so it's not going to be able to fix anything. Yeah, that's the problem, is it's not even sticking out the back of that. So me loosening it didn't do anything. It's still going to hit right there where it's been hitting. Aha, so that's why it's not doing nothing. Could be a case where he didn't get them aligned properly when he put them in with the... So right there is where I was. And right there is where the factory one was, about pretty close. And you got to get that set screw to stick out. I don't see it sticking out at all. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'm going to put it back horizontal and see what it does here. All right. Try this. I really shouldn't have to put it back together to fill the lock, but we will anyway. Morning, Christopher. Let me see if I can hold the pivot. Yeah, it's still got a little bit of rock. That makes me angry. It drives me nuts too. I hate just the tiniest bit of lock rock. But like I said, if I take it and I use the flipper tab, I don't know what's going on with it and why it's got a little bit of lock rock. Drives me nuts though. Otherwise, it's got great action. Maybe I need to try to add a little bit more pressure on the lock bar so that it goes over further. But I'm going to leave it alone for now. It's about, I know where I left off with it horizontal to the scales. The detent actually feels a little stronger now. I wonder if that was the detent pin. I should be able to figure it out. So if I need the blade to move more this way, all right, I need the blade to move more this way. So whichever pin in the scales, I don't know. We're going to go look at something else. I'm tired of messing with it. Yeah, lock rock drives me absolutely nuts too. But occasionally it'll it'll spring out. Let me see if I can get it to lock up right if I push out on the lock bar a little bit more. I can't get in there. That's what she said. There we go. Let me see if I pull that out. Still got a little bit, so that's weird. Yeah. If I push out on the lock bar, now it's locked up solid, and that looks like it's almost at 50%, which is fine with me if it locks up solid, but I think I just need to add a little bit more pressure on the lock bar. Yeah, I just felt it slip back over. So I think that'll fix it. I just have to take that lock bar out and bend it and put it back in. I love this chunk though. I love the action on it too. And it's the only one like this. There's me. My gray beard. And there's y'all somewhere over there. Let's see. Yep. Over there somewhere. Oh, there's the screen. Yeah, I watched that video. That was for the full-size FSD. And like I said, the reason those pins aren't working is because it's not even sticking out the back of that, the little set screw is not sticking out the back. Let me explain to you right here on the picture. So, there's a flat spot on the back of these. So right here, you see this flat spot here and the flat spot here. Well, both of those are right in that channel, and there's a set screw that goes through the middle of it. So when that set screw is sticking out over here on this flat spot, then that's what hits first, and it makes the blade tilt forward to get more lockup or less lockup. Well, I need it. So it's screwed all the way in, and it's still just hitting right here, and I need it to go more that way instead of the other direction. So nothing I do will fix it because it's just making the set screw go back in. It's still hitting right here on this side, but it hits on both sides in that channel, and so that set screw will make it hit the set screw instead of the end of the thing. Morning, Pete. So that's how they work. But mine is all the way in, and it's still nothing I do will make it go in any less. He should have screwed them out just a little bit to where it was always hitting on the little set screw before he glued this piece in, so he would know. So you'd have a little bit of adjustment either direction. But what he did is he left the set screw all the way flush when he glued that pin in, and now there's no adjustment. Oh, thank you, Pete. So now I have no adjustment, which means I'm going to have to make the lock bar pressure more so it'll slide over and engage the lock better. But like it's just the tiniest bit. A lot of people wouldn't even feel it probably. This one will definitely feel. Something else I wanted to talk about. And what did I do with where's the Asher knife? Did I put it back up? I guess I did. Oh, your center clamp came in, the one from Etsy? That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Audioitis. I'll help you out with the like button. That's the first drink of coffee I've had since I got home. I had a bunch of cups last night at work, but what do y'all want to look at today? And where I'm missing a knife. Oh, this is my clone case. No? I guess that's where my chunk goes. No, I forgot my spot for my chunk. It's weird. I'm missing a, I've got an empty spot in my nice case. I need to put this Wii in there. And I need to put this Zorn in there. So I need to pull a knife out. If any of them are coming out, it'll be this one. It's a nice knife, but it's not as nice as some of these other two. I'll pull that one out to get these two in there. Well, I know where my Zorn's at now. And then all my Wii's are up here in the front. So this Wii will go right along. Yeah, the Thunder Beast. Yeah, we looked at it the other day. We talked about their pricing going up a little bit. That $250 price tag, I want one too, but I don't want it enough to pay $250 for it. But I might actually want it that bad. But I just don't have to have it this second. I'll wait till somebody else plays with theirs and then wants to get rid of it for $160, $180. Yeah, this Asher is super comfortable. And super thin. Can't wait. The hollow grind on it's awesome. I want to say, yeah. Anyway, I've got to find out where my Vostids live because I've got some other ones. I got this one. I've got a few knives I got to figure out a new home for, and that's the Land 140 and its little brother, the Land 140S. And the Carter Prime and these two Vostids. Let's go look at the Thunder Beast. Might as well. It's the first knife y'all brought up today, so. Vostid Thunder Beast. There it is. So that's the version I want. It's a big boy too, if I remember right, like 8.5 or something, or 8.25. The front flipper and the flipper tab both look great. The whole thing looks great. I love how the blade hole goes with the scales. I even like the lanyard hole and the backspacer. Huh. So how far below there's the balance point. Looks like it's balanced great. Wish I could see an angle. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it does go right along with it. Yeah, that's perfect. Morning, Ed. Yeah, that backspacer's sweet. Everything about this knife is sweet. Jimping looks good. Yeah, super cool little. What it? Oh, yeah, cool knife. I even kind of like the darker version. I think they're very subtle. They did great on all of them. All right, new arrivals. Got anything else? The raccoon we were talking. Martin, little corgi with the Vanker lock. Yeah, there's the carbon fiber version of the Martin 330. That H-back, I love my H-back. I didn't know they made. Maybe I did. I've got a lot of the newer. I don't have the Parallel yet. Parallel is one I need to get too, even though it's a little bit smaller. I'm a big Vosteed fan. I really like that raccoon too. I will get one of those. I almost bought one. I should have bought it. I should have YOLO'd it. I think it was 180. Yeah, I should have bought it for 180. If I see another one, if I see this one or the Thunder Beast for 180, I'm going to YOLO it. I like the Vombat too. I told you, if you put a milling pattern, just anything consistent, it makes the knife look better. That knife looks way better than if it was plain. If it was plain, it wouldn't look nearly as interesting. Morning, Waylon. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that A-lock right here, carbon fiber one would be nice too. I believe someone said it was petrified fish. I know he told me himself he was switching to petrified fish from Kunwu, and it really does feel great. I'm going to do the unboxing video right after this. I don't want to measure it until then because I don't want to know how slicey that hollow grind is. That's why I keep putting it up, because I don't really want to have it out. I've got all my Ashers still in their bag, still in their pouches. They don't live in a case. They're the only knife that I have that are all in their pouches. I'm curious how it compares in size to the other Ashers. Let me, oh my goodness. I just about dropped my sharpener. Wow. That was a good save. Let's see here. They're either in their boxes or their pouches. Asher. I need to get these out for the unboxing video anyway. Asher. What is that? That's a Vosteed. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just remembered what that Vostede is. And I might have been a liar. The other day when I said I didn't have one of a certain knife. I think that's all my Ashers. 3, 6, 8. Yeah, I think that makes my 9th Asher. But, oh my goodness. What a mess. Just knocked my calipers off. Oh well. Yeah, it's been petrified fish for a while now, since like the Ketuo or the Douglas. But yeah, Michael asked me yesterday if I didn't have any kind of raccoon. No, it wasn't a raccoon. Or was it a raccoon? I can't remember. But I do have one. I think that's the yeah, that's the raccoon. Or what was it? What did he say he gave as gifts? He's not here today. But that's kind of wild that we were just talking about Vostedes and I go to get my Ashers out and there's one random Vostede in a pouch in there. But yeah, that's a raccoon. Raccoon. I think you said, somebody said porcupine yesterday, and we were talking about the raccoon. All right, let's see how big it is compared to the Spyro. I love my Asher knives, man. Morning, Bill. Let's see which one I want to compare it to, though. Let's compare it to the Warncliffe. Yeah, that's the one I want to see size comparison next to. All right, so there's that one. Here's the new one. Whoops, y'all can't see the full knife. Asher boxes all over the place. It might be just a tad, it is just a tad longer. But very close indeed. This one was the same way, so it came with the open back, the new Warncliffe one, and I put the back spacer in it too. I don't know why they wouldn't just put the back spacers in. Like, I get it, some people want their knives open so they can keep them clean, but I instantly put it in. Yeah, Audio-itis, you should order some and check them out. They got some really nice knives. Huh. So they're all pretty much the same size. Handles are a little different. That's cool. Oh, you got your Curtis in? That's awesome. Let's see what else I got over here as far as... Oh yeah, this is one of their first ones, liner lock, G10 one. And then they got the carbon fiber. They got some nice carbon fiber. Got that one too. Let's see, last but not least over here in the bags. I've got the crossbar lock one. Let's see how it compares. They are all just a little different. And then over here you got my favorites, the Douglas and the Ketuo. Yeah, I love the way that one looks. It's got super great action. And then the Ketuo is easy to remember because of the angle it makes. So I think the Ketuo and that new one are probably the two with the wildest blade shapes. Yeah, the Douglas is nice, Audiolitis. And that wasn't even, and this is the Spyro frame lock thumb stud version. The Spyro is their one that got them kind of famous. All right. But the Ketuo is very, very stabby. Yeah, Waylon, there's too many different kinds of knives, huh? So I got 3, 6, 7, 8. Now I got 9 Ashers. Five, those 3 in boxes, and the new one. Top liner locks are the only way to go from now on. I'm convinced. Instead of plunge locks. There should be no more plunge lock knives. Nope. No Asher fixies. No Asher fixies. It's always cool having a big knife and a little one that are exactly the same. But it's super cool to have. Whoops. I just hit my keyboard. I need to be careful with that. I can stop the stream again. Got to find a new home for some knives. Yeah, I don't know why. I've started to get that one quite a bit. I haven't gotten the Warren EDC, but the little buddy, I don't know why I haven't grabbed the little buddy. Like, I should get a little buddy. Do they have the black one with the black micarta? Ooh, I don't like that one. That's the one I want. The black G10 one. $105. Very fair. Yeah, that's only if the knife comes with the mini version of it. See what else? Oh yeah, where's my... I'm missing one. I've got that one too. so I didn't dig it out of the box. I've got the Nomad. Well, I'm glad I scrolled down on the page because now I know I'm missing an Asher. So let me look in this box again. Speaking of fixed blades, this one's just laying in that box randomly. Oh, y'all can't even see. Hold on. Found it. I mean, that's got to be it. It's another Asher. I thought I had 9 already. That makes number 10. That's a good number. Oh, goodness. But I had this, sorry about that. I had this fixed blade randomly in that box. And it's the one I wanted to take to my car. But this is 154 cm blade steel for like $70. The ST22, and it is super comfortable, and it's huge. That's a lot of 154 cm for $80 or whatever it is. This was supposed to go back in my car as my car knife. But yeah, here's the other Asher that I was missing. It better be the Nomad. Yep. That's the version I got of the Nomad. It's got, I think this was one of the first ones made by Petrified Fish, to tell you the truth. It came with 2 extra Omega springs. That's not a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. But yeah, this ST22, man, for 154 cm, I don't. And Legion Tactical has done a bunch of videos on this knife, putting it through its paces. And the heat treat on it is supposedly decent. But anyway, I'm glad I scrolled down and looked at the Nomad. What's the other? Don't they have another fixed blade, Pete? Yeah, the Asher Fixie. And that's the exact same version that I want of the other one, of the little buddy. What Petrified Fish crossbar lock? The one I just had out? Oh. Yeah, I guess it kind of does. Or it looks like a petrified fish. Let's hold it up to the... I don't know. I mean, yeah. It feels good. It's aluminum. The action on it is superb, like buttery smooth. Super smooth. I should carry a petrified... I mean, I should carry an Asher today. Maybe after my video, I'll carry the new one. Well, I've got the raccoon right here. There's a crossbar lock one. Let's compare that. Well, that's a Vostede crossbar lock. There you go. The Vostede is a little wider. The choil on it way bigger. But yeah, they do favor each other a little. I mean, all knives at some point start favoring each other a little. Yeah, the Vombat, yeah. We looked at it a minute ago. Sever, can you believe how much bigger? You've got one of these 140S's, don't you, Sever? Or you did? Can you believe how much smaller it is than the original 140? Pretty wild. Y'all smash that like button if you hadn't. Good sirs. Were we supposed to go look at something else? Did anybody mention anything else? Bill mentioned the Curtis F3 production. Oh, I thought you bought the 140S. I guess it was the SX. It was that aluminum one with the weird blade steel that you bought. That's what it was. Same one Waylon bought. G-Ball Vision. Merry Christmas to you too. Oh yeah, I wanted to go see what the price is on this ST22 right now. I don't know what you're talking about, Pete. No clue. Yeah. $69 with a 10% coupon. So $62. You can get that much 154 CM. Full tang. With a 6-inch blade, 11.5 inches overall. You can get the black one or the silver one, same price. Pretty wild. So what am I looking up? Oh, gave me the link. Thank you, Pete. So what is this? What's going on with this collection? Oh, that's why you showed me that one knife with the stripes. That Cortex. Ah, now I get it. So they have to use the same material, and then they can enter. Wow. Magnesium dust. Shimmers. So they're all using this carbon fiber right here. Pretty crazy. The Cortex XL you showed me with the stripes was ugly though. Those Sabenzas look pretty good with it. The Cambria, they just do a circle and an oval in the middle. That Shiro looks great. That Astrum. Solid looks better. I don't know, that one looks pretty sweet too. Mokutai button. Flavio Icoma. It's bigger than I thought too. Yes, sir. Love that milling pattern. That knife makes a good sound too. Super cool. Where did it go? Oh, it's still playing down here. Whoops. Alright, what else we got? Man, it makes me want to look at these just to find some other versions of the same knives. Not because I like the knife shape, but not necessarily this pattern. Any of these striking y'all's fancy? Yeah, the Cortex is striped down here at the bottom. I just don't like it. Looks like gel bars. Looks like you're looking out a window into some jungle with 5 lines of gel bars. Now you won't be able to see anything else, Pete. But looking out a window at gel bars. Oh yeah, the Son of Shuck. Which one is that one? That's Sentinel. What is this swordfish? Small Hokkaido. Yeah, that definitely is a small Hokkaido. Yeah, the Son of Shuck. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. I still don't know that I like harpoons that are that far out. I wish it was back a little further. I like it other than that. I wish it was back here though. You just can't reach it with your thumb. You have to use it for your pointer finger on precision cuts. I just got one that had that. I can't remember. Maybe the Persian? No, what was it? I'm not sure what that was that I just got not long ago that had that same kind of poon. Same kind of poon. Ain't that what we're stuck with? If you know, you know. I was digging through some knives, sorry. I was trying to find the one I was talking about. So yeah, I wish it was closer like that. So you could put your thumb on it for pressure. Oh yeah, that's an integral. Persian's over there. How do you get all those numbers? Are all those numbers on there? And what happens when you buy the pass? So what's purchase the pass? It's an online show. So is that how you get all the numbers? Or oh, let's see what Ephros. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you counted them? Like you get in the no, it's a virtual show. Um, so I'm just curious. They're not showing them all on the screen. I don't think, because he's got. Oh, these are different ones. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, now I'm back on the website. Hold on. I guess this is the full collection so far. And when you pay for your pass, you get one of these playing cards. That's a cool picture, though. There's a how's it work section. More info. Pass holders will gain access to a private dedicated section of our website where the online show will be held. So, will it be a video feed? Will it just be more pictures? I don't get it. Even with the how-to. I mean, I get the fact. It says online show. It doesn't say anything about like live videos. It's just more pictures, probably. Show opens. Access email. Pass. You get a chance to be in the lottery, so that's what you're paying for. You would only do this if you wanted to buy one of those ones that you saw, or get a chance at the lottery to buy one of the ones that you saw. Yeah, so it's just going to be more pictures because they don't really say anything on here about. It just says you'll gain access to a private, dedicated section of our website. Yeah, you get to enter the lotto to buy one of them. You wouldn't pay $100 just to look at more pictures. The only reason you would buy this is to get that free card and to get a chance at a lottery on one of these. Lottery open, lottery closed, lottery winners drawn. Winners will have 4 hours to complete their purchase. And the prices are on there. They're pretty firm. So they all added about $200. Now let's go see what the Model T Gen 2 costs without that inlay. So just a plain one, $926. So they're charging $500 more for the custom. Let's see. Yeah, it was $1,400 for that one. They really did just make the same pattern and just fill in that flat part up there with the inlay. Wonder if you can order an inlay. There's their milling patterns. No, they don't really have one like that, but yeah, what is the tariff for Finland? How much you got to pay for a tariff for Finland? um, 3 to 4 U.S. trade actions adding extra, like a potential baseline 10% or even 15% on EU goods. Product type. So it's part of the EU bloc. Probably around 10% more. That's not too bad. A $950 knife, you add $995 or $926. You add 92 to it, so it'd be right over 1,000. Yeah. Somewhere around there. I love Hog House though. I love the Veli. The Veli is one of my grails. I definitely want one of those at some point. Beautiful knife. It means brother. I would like to have that knife as a brother. Speaking of that, let's go pop over to Knife Swap. I think I bought something yesterday. I don't even remember. I did buy something. Oh yeah. I meant to tell y'all, right after the stream, synchronicity is crazy. I told y'all I still needed the Wii Banter, and I found one. I said I wanted to pay 50 or 60 bucks. Well, I got it for 60 bucks. I got this one right here. So now I got all 4 of my titanium knives, or knives that I got titanium scales for. The scales are actually out for delivery today, along with a couple of the knives. I'm going to shoot videos of assembling them all, just because. Why not? So yeah, I got the fourth one I was missing. Stupid black blades. They all came with black. Well, they didn't all come with black blades. Somebody's selling their Zorn already for $325. And doesn't look like it's sold yet. Oh yeah, somebody sold an Isurus last night, and it was the version I kind of wanted. The same guy, and he's got 3 videos on here, and none of them show the back shot. I've told y'all they leave that out all the time. People forget to take pictures, but it's that is. And see, that one's got the right harpoon with the thumb ramp right up there. Beautiful knife though. He's got 3 videos of it, including the action. And I'm glad he showed this one because it looks a little small for me. But he doesn't show the back shot. Yeah, that sold pretty quick last night. Williams. You just ordered a Thunder Beast? That's pretty awesome. It's a great knife. Oh, and you managed to get a TCal Blim for 99 bucks. That's pretty cool too. So yeah, does everybody here have a winter blade knife? Or like winter blades? I asked that at the beginning of the video before anybody was here. Nobody really answered me. Wasn't that many people in here, but like, why? I want to know why the Empire didn't take off more than it did. Let's go watch. I'd much rather listen to Nick than to listen to Metal Complex, but
Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I got a video for you about this little guy right here. This is the Winterblade Co. M-Fire. Very, very interesting, very weird little knife coming out of Winterblade Co., who is one of my very favorite weird designers. Actually, one of my very favorite designers who happens to be weird. It's not like I have a separate favorites list for designers who are weird. Anyways, I digress. But this is a very, very interesting knife and a very, very odd one, and one that I'm looking forward to taking apart here with you today. But before I go any further, I gotta let you know, this guy was sent to me by Winterblade Co. He reached out to me, said, "Hey, Nick, you want to see my newest thing?" And the answer to that from Winterblade Co. is usually yes. Right? I haven't had the time to look at all of his stuff lately, but this was different and interesting enough that it was like, yes, absolutely, I want to, right? But it is a very, very interesting little thing. But this was sent to me directly by Winterblade Co. I told him, as always, I'm talking the good, the great, the bad, the ugly. Might be a gem, might be junk. He did still send it along. Nonetheless, we do have to assume this is the very best quality controlled one of these guys ever, and I am doing my absolute best not to let that affect the nature or the quality of this review. First, let's do a little bit of size comparison as usual. Here it is against your Spyderco Delica, your Ontario Rat number 2, and your Spyderco PM2. And then, actually, while we are looking at Winterblade Co., we can throw it up against the Factor, which I think is definitely a factor that you should be considering. So what we see here is, yeah, this is not a terribly large knife right here. It is, in fact, a little on the chubby side, most certainly. When we put it there, I'm not here to shame, right? As long as it's healthy. But at the same time, this guy's pretty healthy, right? This is a pretty thick knife. If we hold this up next to a Spyderco PM2, what we're going to see is it's actually a little bit thicker than the PM2 when you take all the hardware into account. So that is something that is relevant and interesting as we are looking at this knife. What I want to go on ahead and do, actually, is to, first I'll show you what the shtick with with the whole thing is, this is what he calls a magnetically assisted knife, right? You pop it open and it has a little bit of assist there. It does still exhibit bias towards closure, right? If you start to pop it open, it does want to close. Yet at the same time, when I pull this back, the knife does come open. So this is legally curious, legally interesting, right? Anything that I say about the legality of this knife does not constitute legal advice, and if you are a person who takes legal advice from YouTube videos,
how it works. I mean, I do.
You probably need legal advice, and that itself statement
he takes
is not
it
legal
apart.
advice.
That's what I want to see real quick.
It is Vanax, which is serious business. That's a good... Whoa. Okay, this thing is starting to pop itself apart. So let's go on ahead and let it and see what we got going on here. Okay. So that appears to just be a piece of wire that was attracted to one of the magnets inside this device, which is sort of hilarious, right? And then what we see here is that we have ourselves... Is it attracted to something, or is there actual... Like, generally, it's none of my business who you're attracted to, but in this particular case... there we go. That popped off. So it was literally just a magnet sticking it to something else. It looks like it was put together with earwax, which is not amazing. What the heck is going on here? Okay, so I think I see what's up here. The question is, what's holding this on? All right. So let's go. I'm trying to parse this thing intellectually as I'm doing it, so I'll talk you through my process here. Things that I understand already is that this is a blade, right? And this is a blade, and I'll talk about it as I clean it. And this blade here has some kind of very, very thick grease on it. It also has a magnet right here on there, which is interesting. We also have, in addition to the blade, we have this sliding bar lock. And Buck50 says that if I were to take off this clip, there is a there's a coil spring underneath there. This is part of why disassembling knives with magnets is awkward, right? They keep trying to, reassemble themselves in novel ways. So I want to take this off, and Buck50 says there's a coil spring waiting under there that's going to try and fly across the room as soon as I take this off. Okay, so the pocket clip is out.
It might be magnets only.
Down. Oh, boy. I'm wearing a Batman mask for protection. That's not a sentence I thought I'd utter much in my adult life. Okay, I see the spring under there. Yep. Okay, that was good. It's going to jump. That's a very small amount. Okay, good. All right, so this is how this whole situation works. We have ourselves a little sliding bar lock. We have a metal piece attached to it, right? So this is sort of functioning in many ways like a classic Benchmade axis lock. I'm wondering, though, is this piece here itself a magnet? One way to test that, of course, is to test... Okay, this is a magnetically sensitive piece of metal. This does feel lightly magnetic. So they appear to have a magnet in the sliding bar lock, which could actually be for detent purposes or something like that. But either way, this sliding bar lock sits inside of a channel that is here, which is coated clearly in just earwax or some variety or another. But nonetheless, what we have here is a bunch of grease inside this channel here.
It's probably there for a reason.
Which is all
I hope you have fresh grease.
Interesting. And so that little lock is able to slide back and forth. And this spring at the very base of that passage keeps the lock pushing forward. So it acts a lot like a sliding bar lock.
All right, enough of this.
Interesting little, what I would probably consider.
Wonder if he gets it back together.
Or assist, which makes sense, right? If this little piece here is the thing that's doing the away push, if you will, that's forcing it open, then removing this magnet from this little holder here seems liable.
Okay, so it's always trying to push itself open.
About the legality
when you release it,
you can always...
the two magnets push themselves apart.
I swear to
so there's one in the blade and one in the handle, and they're reverse polarities.
It is certainly...
So it's always trying to push itself open.
This is a little different.
I get it.
Oh, come on. Go to Nick Shabazz video, and actually, so it's beautiful. Next step. is going to be to reinstall the stuff. This has a D shape to the pivot. That D shape needs to face downwards. So I'll go ahead and rotate the tube. I could use nano oil somehow, but I am not a lawyer. Again, this does not constitute legal advice. All right, so when I do that, we pop that into place. Now, the next step here is going to be to pop the blade onto the pivot and try and avoid the magnetism. Okay, that actually went in pretty well. That was easy. Let's just drop some there.
All right.
Place where I knew that they would come in contact on a regular basis, just because I don't know what the chemistry is going to look like for that. But, you know, for the moment, yeah.
Oh, got it back together.
So now what we got to do is put this guy the rest of the way back together before everything comes flying apart. Okay, I'll start off because... Actually, it's not going to screw anything up if I got this wrong. I'll just swap those two out. But I'll go ahead and I'll put on some thread locker. I am so not used to it, but just like exactly the vibe I am used to. And my screwdriver goes running. Not exactly the vibe I am used to. So in that regard, I thank Winter Blade Co. for giving me... It's just my pivot had come loose, and it wasn't weird pop.
All right.
This was T8. That's lovely. Many, many magnets in. Let's go on ahead. Made the right choice, that is. The back side of things. Let's see where we're at. Yep, that's still a that's still an action. I feel like maybe my pivot's a little tight. A little bit of blade play now.
That's cool. He got it back together. Now I know how it works.
Back side of this blade.
Cool knife.
Then slide that into place. Beautiful metal. All right. Right. In addition to being interesting in the sense of my...
I like the fact that he thinks outside the box. And, you know, does a little different than everybody else. And, I like the factor. I like the, let's see. Then you got the one that's, these are all magnetic. So the lock on these is not done with the spring, it's done with the magnet. And I absolutely love this one with the milling. But this one, so the only thing pulling this lock into place is a magnet. There's not a spring like an Omega spring. So that's why these are different. The lock is totally magnetic. This pulling this back, there's a magnet that pulls it back into place. I'm sure most of y'all know this already, but there will be some people who don't. M390. These are all three M390. I don't know if this one says it on it anywhere. Thought it did. Maybe that's just some schmoo. But yeah. And you can also push here to open it. Sure most all of y'all have seen factors and know how they work. But yeah, I like them. They're supposed to be coming out with an M-Fire replica. But these have awesome action, and they're fidget monsters. Yep. Is what it is. I'm excited about getting my cedars today. I want to check out the cedars with the milled blade. Oh, he released a new batch of Proteans last night, and they've got new blade grinds and new jimping, and the hole is shaped a little differently. That's what she said. But yeah, Lemifshi released a new Protean. Batch 2. And that is, I believe, no, not these. It's these. So these are the new ones. They've got a little bit different shapes to be more like the original. Fix the jimping, the blade hole. He's got a bunch of different versions of it. They're all around the same price. So you can get with a blade hole and just a blade notch. And you can get both the drop point and the Wharncliffe. I don't think they have the closed hole in the Skelly. But I bought 2 of the plain Jane smooth ones because they look great. So I bought that one and that one. I bought the drop point and the Wharncliffe of the plain Jane. They were actually $5 cheaper. So I came out getting the one I wanted $5 cheaper. So that'll be cool to compare this second gen to the first gen. First gen are these right here. And I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I hope I don't have that backwards. No, I don't, because I don't think I do. Who knows? Magnetic butterfly knife. Yeah, we looked at these last week too, huh? Yeah, this one right here. Not really. It's just like that one I've got. It's basically just like this. So all these have magnets in them. You can see the magnets down here. Magnet show today. Pretty cool little deal. We looked at that guy that came on stream. His dad made that one, remember? That we looked at. That Maglock Shade Tree Customs. Shade Tree Custom Maglock. Yeah, we did a search. We found one right here. Basically the same thing. Yeah, here we go. Here's one of his dad's knives. Same little dealio. Thing was super clean though. Alright guys, well, guess that's been an episode. We talked about some knives today. As usual, I am going to get this one in my car finally. I am going to find a home for these. And I am going to do the unboxing video for this. Yeah, Pete, that was back when you joined us, or were able to join us all the time. Yeah, I'm having some bad luck this morning, but that's all right. It'll all work out. Out for delivery. My Flatanium scales and my pillar. I'm excited about building that pillar knife because it's the only one that I actually bought a titanium backspacer for also. And this thing's a giant. I said how big this ZT was. They're right along. They're brothers. They're brothers from another mother. They both got 4-inch blades. About the exact same size handles. That's pretty wild. I didn't realize they were that similar. Clips look a little different. I mean, the scales, I like the handle on this one better than the ZT actually. But the ZT's pretty comfortable. But I didn't realize they were that close to the same dimensions. Big boy knives. Y'all know I'm going to go right back to work on this thing as soon as the video's over. I think I'm going to put it back where it was and add a little bit more pressure to the lock bar. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. If y'all need me, you know where I'm at. If you don't, you still know where I'm at. Hope y'all have a great Saturday. I hope it warms up to like 60 degrees like it's going to here. That's always good weather. I'm about to get to building more and finish up this shelf so we can get the 3D printer set up. That's why I said Saturdays are the day to get stuff done. Can't think of anything else really to mention. Episode 337, that's a cool number too. Some of my lucky numbers. Which means we are 28 days. We are exactly 4 weeks away. Oh yeah, I meant to tell y'all, episode 365 is on a Saturday. So our 1 year anniversary is exactly 4 weeks from today. So yeah, that'll be awesome. Gonna have a big giveaway for both the members and the regular subscribers. Thank you, Mr. Whalen. You have a good day, sir. And I guess that's about it. I'm kind of hungry. Let's go to the breakfast joint, Ed. Yep, 4 more weeks and we've done it. Wonder where Mr. Scott is this morning. He works through the week and can't join us anymore, but he said he goes back and watches them later. So shout out Mr. Scott. I appreciate you guys who go back and watch them later. That's super cool. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling now, so we'll get out of here. Y'all have a